Hi, lad. Let me put my ears back in.
Hello, hello. How you doing, Dave?
I'm fine and dandy. Yeah, I'm I'm all good. Sorry to panic you there. I was just thinking, well, normally they're there by now.
No, quite right. So what's happened? We've got people who do things and know things are on holiday. That's always trouble.
Yeah, well, normally he's on it. Normally he's way on it, and it's a little note comes up. It's there, and I thought I just looked up at the chat, and I thought, oh, Thomas has got a palm tree
Yeah.
notification. He's on holiday until Monday, May the 12th.
Yeah, James in the chat is saying, yeah, you do look a bit flustered. Yeah, there's been some a bit flustered. We're ready and we're here. The show must go on.
Oh, of course, we are live indeed, are we? So I've got to change all the words. Yes, of course, I forgot. Is that the right overlay?
Yes. Not quite, but...
Yep, that's it. Well, okay. We are here. We are live at last. It was a bit flustered. Excellent. Right. We've got a draw to do. Should we just go straight into it, or should we talk about what's coming up?
If you can summarize it in a few seconds, go for it. But yeah, I think we should get into the meat of it.
Okay. There's 3 have sold out next week already. I've seen 3 have sold out. So the big ones are still there. The Macallan, the Karazawa, and the Ardbeg Committee release collection, which I know is selling pretty fast. At 6 of them, they're going pretty fast. Some 6 new lines have been added up for the week after next, and that includes the full End of the World series from that boutique whiskey company, 15 bottles of whiskey, so that's pretty spectacular. But let's get on to today's draw, as people have been hanging around waiting for us to get our act together. Okay, so I thought we'd start here. I've tasted this. This is jolly lovely. This is Expressions of Gratitude, a 21-year-old Bunnahabhain from Weems Malts. So they're an independent bottler that have been bottling casks for quite a long time now, and they've also built their own distillery up there in Kingsbarn. So they are making their own whiskey, but they have been bottling independent bottles for a little while now, and this one's a beaut. It's a 21-year-old Bunna. And Jack's got that wheel up, so let's pick a winner.
We've got a few comments to come in while we've been getting ready. Promising Prune has said afternoon. James is afternoon all. Got Caraman 151. Good luck, everyone. Good luck indeed. And Claire is also back, who's of course ready for that Kill Devil rum that's coming up.
Of course, yes.
With the Weems. Here we go. Master B.
Master B.
Is that an official first name?
That's spooky. Secret first. Yeah.
Sounds like a rapper.
How many Easter eggs did you get?
I did get some. I mean, I'm vegan, Dave, so it's not quite the extravaganza that it could be, perhaps. Like, I'll tell you what, I made a really nice simnel cake.
Okay.
That was the main event.
Uh-huh.
I like a bit of marzipan, a bit of fruitcake.
No. Well, I didn't get any. No one bought me any Easter eggs. I did find a bar of chocolate in the cupboard that was best before last month, but that was okay. Okay, up next, Dalmore 18. As usual, this is sold out pretty quick. This is a 2023 edition. They release an 18-year-old once a year because 18-year-old, the older the whiskey gets, the scarcer it is. Let's put it that way. Not many casks left for 18 and longer, because you've got to pick them when they're just right. So here's an 18-year-old from Dalmore. It's sold out, just 75 tickets, just £5 for a ticket. If you wanted to buy one of them, you're looking at over £275 a bottle. So not a bad ratio there for 75 of you. And the wheel is ready, and we're going to put that one straight in.
Indeed, yeah, always popular, these Dalmores. Let's give this a spin. That is going to be Tira C. Tira. Let's go with that.
Tira. I used to work with a Tira a long time ago. Thai Australian he was. Long time ago. A Tira. Yeah. Cool.
Congrats to Tira C.
Okay, where should we go next? What's next? It's where are they? I've lost it. The design. There it is. How can I lose them? Right. An Invergordon 30-year-old from another independent bottler, Douglas Lang. This is a 1993 single cask from their extra old particular range. So just 72 bottles came out of this refill barrel in March 2024. So just over a year ago it was bottled. Just as it comes. Old single grain. Invergordon, always good as well, because they use an interesting mash bill. A little bit different from nearly all of the other grain distilleries, as they use a mixture of wheat and maize rather than just wheat or just maize. So always a bit oily, that maize that they put in the mash bill. This was just £5 a ticket, over £300 bottle of whiskey, and the wheel is ready. There are just 54 of you. A lot of people on holiday, I think. 54 of you playing for this one.
All right. Some nice old grain. Okay, let's do it. Caroline S.
Congratulations, Caroline. Perfect. A nice old grain. We do like a bit of old grain at Master of Malt and Boutique Whiskey.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Okay.
Treat.
Next. Aberfeldy.
James has said he's got no Easter eggs here. Just that Aaron 25 from last week. Yum.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yes. Aaron 25. That was special. Okay, up next is a 21-year-old from the Aberfeldy distillery. It's a fabulous little distillery. Last time I went there, had a great museum to doers in there. It was the home of doers, isn't it? Bloody Scotch whiskey, and they had a great little museum in there. This is a 21-year-old from the Exceptional Cask series. I love the big bottles that they do with this now. The rebrand that they did back in 2014, 15. This is a red wine cask finish. It's a Pauillac red wine cask. I don't know much about red wine, but this is a named red wine, a trio of red wine casks, all with that Pauillac label on them. Don't know anything about them, but anyway.
I think what I was thinking before was about that Dewars Brandheims, or the little museumy bit at Aberfeldy. I think we might have had this chat before on here, and it's just my abiding memory of it is there's like this little jingle from like a 70s or 80s TV advert. It's like Dewars White Label, and it's just like been running around in my head for years. Still, I asked somebody else who visited recently whether they now have it going around their head, but they've either changed it or they've managed to miss it. But it's just the never-ending whiskey earworm.
They were one of the first TV adverts, weren't they? All filmed adverts where all the people jump out the posters. Yeah, I remember.
Really early one. Yeah, black and white.
Very early, sort of moving pictures, silent movie sort of thing, advertising Dewars. And Tommy Dewar was sort of one of the one of the guys who put Scotch whiskey on the map. He went out everywhere, didn't he? All around the world with his suitcase full of whiskey. Yeah. Anyway, we've digressed.
Yeah, let's give away some single malt.
Let's pick a winner, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. That is going to be, yep, Joseph F. Yeah, very nice. Well done, Joseph.
Congratulations, Joseph. Right, we're staying with a wine cask finish, but this is a fortified wine, and it's the first of our multi-packs. 4 Pedro Jimenez fortified dessert wine from Spain. Pedro Jimenez is a sweet dessert wine. This is the darkness range, so there's 4 limited editions. These are all very, very small batches. Probably one cask. Looking at this, we have an Ardmore 19-year-old in Pedro Jimenez, a Strathisla, another Scotch there, Speyside, a Craigellachie, so a worm tub Speyside, 11-year-old Pedro Jimenez, and a Aberlour, so for the heart of Speyside in Charleston. This is a young one there, 6-year-old in Pedro Jimenez, so that big sort of blackberry, blackcurrant sort of flavours to the wine, whiskey. Yum.
PX. I think these are all finished in sort of smaller casks as well, aren't they? Plenty of interaction, very active casks. Yeah, some nice sherry influence. Nice.
Right, shall we pick a winner?
Wheels ready, yeah, let's do it.
Just £5 a ticket. This was to buy all of these over $4.50.
Oh, Matt. James L or James L then, wasn't it? They bought up a few tickets there. Congratulations, James. It's paid off and you've bagged yourself a nice little collection there.
He bought a little handful of tickets there, did he? Nice work, James. Right. Okay. Goes for some rum next. This is the Hunter Lang Kill Devil Rum Collection. I don't know anything about this. I know they've been bottling whiskey for years and years, but I didn't know until we spoke about this the other week that they were bottling rum. So single cask rums from the Caribbean, Central and South America, independently bottled for their Kill Devil series by Hunter Lang. How long have they been bottling rum? Is this fairly new?
It's quite a few years now, Dave. Yeah, sorry, I was sorting out the next wheel.
Maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't really been looking at independently bottled rum until recently, I guess, with the boutique rums. But I
can't say I've tasted too many of them, but I mean, if it's anything, if they're obviously their reputation, the great bottlings of their whiskey that I have tasted over the years, or anything to go by, then these are fantastic. I'm just looking down at the distilleries.
Yeah, Trinidad, Jamaica, Venezuela, Foursquare, and Guatemala all look good to me.
And of course, I think it was our friend James in the comments here who's just won that last one. He won those Darkness. That was the James who watches along. So congratulations, James. And of course, fingers crossed for Claire.
Let's bring that wheel in.
A few more names on this wheel, of course, and it's Jeff M. Congratulations, Jeff. Yeah.
Congratulations, Jeff. I hope you enjoy those rums. Don't forget to send those pictures in. We'd love to see them. Certainly if you're tasting them. You've got them open, even better. Love to see bottles open, I must admit. I've got a few new ones in front of me today that I'm going to be opening shortly. Okay, up next, we're going to go to Isla for an Ardbeg 24-year-old from our Forgotten Gems series. So this is a very, very small batch of a jerry can that was left after a bottling run of 34 bottles of this. 24-year-old Ardbeg. Yeah, old Ardbeg. Softened.
Nice when you have 24-year-old Ardbeg down the back of the sofa.
It's nice to have a 24-year-old Ardbeg. Yeah, remember those 25-year-olds that we had under the boutique label? Oh, gosh, they were so good. So good. Okay, this was our £6 ticket. There are 83 of you playing this. And the wheel is ready.
It is indeed, yeah.
Let's pick that winner.
Let's go for it. And it is, yep, just stated Nathan W.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Isla Whiskey.
Drop of old Ardbeg. Perfect.
Yeah, that's a real treat. Haven't tasted Ardbeg of that age for a long time.
Yeah.
Mom bottled some old ones back in the early years, I guess.
We did, yeah. That we did
some awards and were just fantastic stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A big Bordeaux red wine cask finished Glenfiddich Grand Château from their Grand series from Glenfiddich, and this one comes with a duffel bag as well, doesn't it? A limited edition Glenfiddich.
Because why not?
Duffel bag. There it is. There, yeah. Just to carry your duffels around, I guess. You have a bag for your duffels. There's one. I've got some Glenfiddich red wine cask. A little gift that was given to me by Struan a little while ago when I was up in Speyside. He sent it down to the house that I was staying in because I went to visit there, and he said, "Oh, sorry, I didn't have time for you. I was seeing people. I'll just drop this off here." Oh, and it is a big red wine, not probably as old as this, but just a little sample bottle, a little gift. Lovely, long time ago. Delicious. Anyway, there we go. What were you looking at this one? £8 ticket. Certainly around £1,500 retail price for these big old Glenfiddich.
Yeah, sure.
And we got a few people playing for this. We've got 126 of you playing for this. So let's see if we can find a winner for this.
Yeah, just looking
side.
Yeah, promising through and offering his condolences to Claire. I do hope we can add to Claire's mega rum collection at some point. And then, yeah, some congratulations for Nathan on one of the last one. Right, Glenfiddich. Let's spin this wheel. Let's go for it. And here, D. Real treat coming your way.
That looks delicious. I must admit, it really does. The bottle looks superb. I do like the look of that. Congratulations.
The whiskey's not enough. A duffel bag as well.
And the duffel bag, yeah. Right. Here's the big one. Well, one of the big ones. Certainly one I had my eye on very quickly. A 30-year-old collection of a trio of 30-year-old whiskies. One from Isla, Lafroig, two from Isla, Bunnahabhain as well, and one from the Highlands, Tomatin. I do love those old Tomatins, those old, I love all three of these. So this was our £10 ticket. You're looking at well over £1,000 for these three if you're going to try and buy them. This was just £10 ticket, and there are just 199 of you playing for this. So pretty good odds on this.
Stunning trio, really, isn't it? Yeah. Very best of luck to everyone here.
Looking trio of whiskies, hey? They would look good on my shelves downstairs. Okay.
Hopefully you'll see what they look like on somebody's shelf when they send a photo of their beaming faces in next to them.
Yeah.
I can put that up on the site. Right. Wheel is ready and on screen. Thank you, Dave. So let's go for it.
I don't think you'd be reading any names off of that one easily.
No. James Gary B. Big win for you.
Congratulations. A very, very big win. Wow. Okay, this week's big prize is a 1977 Glenfarclas, just 43 years old. A single cask. Yeah, big fan of these family casks, these old casks from Glenfarclas. This was filled in.
I say we, it's me really. Use this as an excuse to talk about the year 1977 last week with Adam, and or was it the week before when this first went live? And sort of saying, and that was the year that Star Wars came out, a film that somehow Dave still hasn't seen.
Star Wars, was it 77? Are you sure?
I think so. I believe so.
76 was the long hot summer. That was the long hot summer where we all had to
doubt it now. Yeah, it was.
Have baths with people. We had to have baths for a friend with a water shortage. All the reservoirs ran dry. There were standpipes in the street to get your water in a lot of places in the UK. Long hot summer of 76. Yeah, the distilleries ran dry. They had no water. Glenfarclas never had any water. I was talking to them up there when I was there last. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
They don't have any city water. They rely on a spring. The whole of the distillery and the distillery managers. There is no city water. There's no mains water up there. All the distillery cottages all run off the same spring. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So when that dries out in the summer, they don't make whiskey. So this was a well used. I mean, normally these Glenfarclas are quite opaque when they get to this sort of age, but this was a well used cask, a fourth fill Oloroso. So it needed that time. That's why we got a beautiful golden colour there. I'm expecting it to be absolutely fabulous, I must admit, because these guys know what they're doing with sherry casks. It does look beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that you even have that information. Often it's just sort of refill at that point, and you don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, normally we don't have to, if you're buying a cask on the market, it's either first fill or refill, isn't it? But because these guys, it's their own. They keep an eye on.
Some people might tell you about second fill, but then it's
Yeah, maybe they'll tell you. Yeah, but yeah, it says fourth fill. And it's fourth fill in 1977. So this cask has been around a bit. It may have even been a hogshead. Maybe it's a remade travelling cask. I don't know. Pre 80s shipping sherry in cask. So it could be. Anyway, let's pick a winner. There's 185 of you playing for this. Our £15 ticket. And the wheel is ready.
It is, yes.
And the wheel is up.
For today. Let's go for it. Mahir D. Is that two in a row? Or am I getting confused?
It sounds like a double winner there. Congratulations. Congratulations. There's definitely a Mahir that we read out earlier.
Yeah.
I know some of you play quite a few of these lots as you go along. You budget for tickets in a few of the categories that you're looking for. So excellent.
Amazing, yeah. Claire's just saying I was just saying, I hope we could add to Claire's rum collection at some point that we were learning about last week. She says she lived 5 minutes away, so she's always happy to collect any old rum from Mom. 5 minutes away is dangerous.
Yeah. Order and collect service. Yeah.
Right. Oh. We shall be back next week. Hopefully, more on the dot time. Well, I can't promise to be less flustered because I might be streaming from London on out and about. But
I didn't check.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I know. got some trips coming up, but I'll talk about that later. But yes, I should be back next week.
Lovely stuff. Well, thank you very much, Dave. I'll see you.
Thanks for your patience, everyone out there waiting. We will get our stuff together. Right.
We'll do better.
Thanks for joining us today, and congratulations to all the winners.